The private sector also still being vocal this afternoon about the urgent need to implement structural reforms to deal with the challenges facing state-owned entities. Speaking ahead of tonight's SONA address, the South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry says one of the quickest ways to ensure economic growth is to appoint proper, qualified leaders to run the SOEs. Newzroom Africa's business editor Xolani Mbanjwa spoke to them.
The South African government has hundreds of state-owned enterprises in which it either has full or part control. But as many taxpayers would know, only a few of these are a drag to the national fiscus, with billions of rands spent through state guarantees or direct injections by the National Treasury to bail them out. Instead of playing their role to transform the South African economy and help industrialize the country, many, including Eskom, Denel, SAA, SA Express and the SABC, have failed to stay afloat without taxpayers' billions. But this could change if Finance Minister Mboweni has his way.
We're no longer interested really in pouring public funds into dysfunctional state-owned enterprises.
Exactly a year ago, Mboweni had told Parliament that some state-owned entities would be sold. During a week-long engagement with the National Treasury earlier this year, the International Monetary Fund told Treasury that it wants South Africa to deal with its public sector wage bill and state-owned entities. Other state-owned entities, including the South African Post Office, SABC, and Airports Company South Africa, also asked the government for a collective 10 billion rand in bailouts. However, Mboweni awarded only SAA 10 billion rands for its restructuring. At the same time, Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan last week told Parliament that Eskom is on a new road to recovery.
Whilst we have some difficulties with some of the entities concerned, Eskom is on a new road, both in terms of its restructuring, but also in terms of its operation as well.
The South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it wants President Cyril Ramaphosa to deal with the challenges facing state entities by implementing structural reforms and appointing qualified people to lead SOEs.
What we need to hear from the President is what is he going to do in terms of structural reform. Yes, we've heard the story of the Economic Recovery and Reconstruction Program. For us to resolve the issues of hunger, unemployment and inequality, our ambition and our bold, big ambition ought to be the one that says, in the next 20 years or in the next 25 years or 30 years, we are going to be able to move South Africa from a developing economy to becoming a developed economy.
While ratings agency Moody's has also warned of the possibility of another ratings downgrade for South Africa after it raised a red flag about the country's credit profile this week, it has also urged the government to rein in spending on SOEs or risk another downgrade. For Newzroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Xolani Mbanjwa in Johannesburg.